Well, they have removed it. That's what they've done. But I can assure you, it will go immediately. Subsidy, I've said it before, is organized crime. And I cannot allow it to stay a day longer. What they're telling you is not what it is. Half of the subsidy that is being, what is being mentioned is not subsidy. First is that we consume the quantity that is not supposed to be consumed here. We are the same population with Pakistan. They consume below 50% of what we consume. So first, the first half, I will remove it and give those people who are drinking it water, because that's what they're supposed to drink, so we can save the money. Two, we will deal with the other remaining issue. We need the money today with our debts. We need the money to be able to invest in a critical social development issues. Look at this year's budget. This year's budget, education, which is the highest since this government came, is about 2 trillion. Health, which is the highest since this government came, is about 1.5 trillion. Then infrastructure, which is road and everything, is about 1 trillion. So these three critical development areas is receiving 4.5 trillion. Subsidy is 3.6 trillion.
Six.
No, half year.
Oh, like, okay.
Half year, 3.6. So every full year is about 7 trillion. Which country will invest more in subsidy than education and health and even roads? It doesn't make sense. This is the annual budget of education is 2 trillion. Annual budget of health is 1.5. Road infrastructure 1, and subsidy half year is 3.6. It will go immediately.
Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria and its aftermath. The video you just watched is a video that has been trending by the supporters of the APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the INEC declared president-elect and now sworn-in president of Nigeria until the court says otherwise. That is the video they are sharing everywhere now to market their disastrous handling of the removal of fuel subsidy. What they were saying is that, why should you complain about the removal of fuel subsidy? After all, Peter Obi also said that he's going to remove the fuel subsidy. So they are using Peter Obi to justify their action. Don't get me wrong. Peter Obi never said that he will not remove the subsidy. But you can see he was acting. They were acting with half information. They want to deceive the public, because Peter Obi, even after saying that, had laid a blueprint on how he's going to remove the subsidy, which they did not capture. And one of those who are circulating this video that you saw is Bayo Onanuga, the spokesperson of the Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council and a member of the transition committee that was set up by Tinubu after he was declared the winner of the election. So these are people who dwell in propaganda. So what they try to do is to give Nigerians half-baked information. That why are they complaining? Why is Labour complaining? Why is everybody complaining that Tinubu remove subsidy? After all, Peter Obi also said that he will remove subsidy. And then they are sharing that video. Bayo Onanuga and others, they are sharing it on their Twitter handle. That we should not forget that Peter Obi also said that he will remove subsidy. What they are saying that what is different from their own removal of subsidy from what Peter Obi would have done if he had been the one that was declared the winner of the election by INEC. So we're going to go look into that, how this thing is happening, and then we look at a reaction of Nigerians to it, especially in the Twitter platform where Bayo Onanuga is sharing this thing with glee, so to say. And now, in a viral tweet on social media, one of the spokespersons of the APC Presidential Campaign Council and a member of Tinubu Transition Committee, Bayo Onanuga, has reminded Nigerians who are protesting over the removal of fuel subsidy by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that they should not forget that Peter Obi also promised to remove fuel subsidy from day one if elected. In a viral video, in a viral video that he attached to his Twitter handle, Bayo Onanuga shared the video where Peter Obi talked about removal of subsidy at a town hall meeting that was organized by Channels Television. And Bayo Onanuga titled his video, "Least We Forget, Labour Party candidate said during the campaign that subsidy is an organized crime and he will scrap it immediately if elected." Okay? End of quote. That's what Bayo Onanuga said in respect of that. Now, many people are interpreting this, that it therefore means, because don't forget that during the campaign, all these debates that were held, Tinubu was not anywhere seen. Okay? He wasn't part of it. So whatever people are understanding about the fuel subsidy, maybe they didn't even Nigerians never heard him say he will remove subsidy. Perhaps he did, but nobody can wrap their heads around and say this is the place where he said it. Unlike Peter Obi, who said it and the record is there, and Bayo Onanuga has gone to assume it to justify their bungling of the removal of the subsidy. Because if you follow the trajectory of Peter Obi in the removal of fuel subsidy, he did itemize how he's going to do it. And not just in one fell swoop, the way they did it, taking Nigerians by surprise, even though the budget covers up to June to pay for subsidy. They stopped it even before we get to June. Before the end of June, they scrapped the subsidy. Now, from what we have seen, it seems Tinubu copied the removal of subsidy. He copied the removal of subsidy from Peter Obi, but without copying the plans. Peter Obi has said that the removal will be in phases. In a November 2022 post, writing on the removal of fuel subsidy, Peter Obi wrote, "We must look beyond total dependence on oil. We will reduce the subsidy cost by over 50%. You can see it. He said, "We will reduce it by over 50% with concomitant measures and counterbalance policies and programs to cushion the impact of the removal of oil subsidy." So you can see that Peter Obi had a plan. First of all, they will reduce the cost by 50% because Peter Obi, as I told you, I used to tell you people, Peter Obi is a number person. He's going to make sure that the excessive subsidy is cut out before totally removing it. He will remove it totally, but from day one, he will announce that he will remove it. But it will be reduced at least the cost of it by 50%, and then put countermeasure policies and programs to cushion the impact of the removal of oil subsidy. Of course, Tinubu and the APC, because they didn't know beyond what they have heard Peter Obi said. They just take it that Peter Obi said that he will remove it from day one, and therefore they rush and remove their own on day one without a plan. Now they are struggling to negotiate with Labour because already strike is on the horizon. Don't forget that Peter Obi has detailed analysis on how he's going to remove the subsidy in collaboration with NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, and Trade Union Congress. Go and check Google. Go and check. There were meetings that were held between Peter Obi and Labour agreed with him on removal of subsidy. But you can see that Labour is threatening to go on strike right now. If the ultimatum they gave the federal government is ignored, there will be nationwide shutdown of the country. Already, of course, it has to be, because when you look at how transportation has increased by over 300%, Nigerians can't take that. How much is the minimum wage in the country that people will pay over 300% increase in transportation from point A to point B? Nigerians can't take it. I can tell you that for free. So the country is about to be shut down because of the poor handling of the removal of the subsidy by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who apparently copied it from Peter Obi, but they didn't copy it in detail. Okay? Now, Peter Obi, where he talked about removing this subsidy, giving a hint of the details of it, he said that we will support modular refineries and local refining for domestic use and price strictly on Naira. I can assure you that very soon they are going to steal that one again from Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi said that he will be paying subsidy money, that he will be paying for petrol from indigenous manufacturers like Dangote, like modular refinery owners. They will be supplying Nigeria, but Nigeria will be paying them in Naira. And you can imagine what that will do to our Naira. It will strengthen our Naira. It will make it strong. It will make it better. It will make it compete favorably with international currencies, including the dollars. Okay? Now, that brings us to another thing that Tinubu copied from Peter Obi that they are also bumbling right now again. You know, Peter Obi promised that he is going to unify the exchange rate. You can go and watch that town hall meeting, town hall debates or meeting you like, that was organized by Channels Television. Peter Obi said it, that he is going to do it. Interestingly, he didn't give details how he's going to do it. I think even themselves are confused how they are going to do it because Peter Obi didn't give detail, but he said that he's going to unify them. And you can see that as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his inaugural speech said that he will unify the exchange rates. And that was also, as I said, copied from Peter Obi. And that's what many people believe now from what is happening. However, in another bungled attempt to move in that direction, the Daily Trust newspaper carried a report on Wednesday or Thursday thereabout that Tinubu, which means the CBN, had devalued the Naira to 360 Naira to US dollar as official window. Now, that information appears to be a classified information that Daily Trust got. So when Daily Trust published it, I think the CBN and even Tinubu and co, they panicked. They were wondering, how did they get this information? They now try to distance themselves from the devaluation of the Naira. But I can tell you for free, the way that Daily Trust give the details about that information, Daily Trust is not a Philippines paper that will just come and fly unnecessary flag. I believe strongly that they have their sources watertight. Because Daily Trust reported that at the resumption of the weekly bidding for foreign exchanges, the Central Bank of Nigeria sold the spot rate to banks on behalf of their customers at 631 naira to $1. Now, what does it mean for Central Bank to sell spot rates to banks at 631 naira to the dollar? So that should get you concerned. So if you are somebody who is concerned about the volatility of Nigerian foreign exchange, better sit up, because something is about to happen to the naira. From all indications, do not believe their denial. Central Bank has issued a statement denying daily trust report, but don't be deceived by it. If you are somebody who has dollars or hope to get dollars, know it that something is about to happen to the naira. And if you're a Nigerian who depends on importation of goods and services from abroad, or you are a Nigerian customer who buy things from abroad, things are going to change. Prices are going to skyrocket. Imported goods and services are going to cost more. You can take that to the bank. Now, these are all part of the boggling of the administration, copying some of the things that Peter Obi said that he will do without really copying it well. In case of this unification of the foreign exchange window, Peter Obi did not tell us how he's going to do it. But when they have tried it now, I think that they discovered a pushback. People panicked because immediately they announced that official rate of 631 naira to the dollar. Many people now immediately knew that it means that in the next few months, you can be getting $1 to over 1,000 naira at the parallel market. That is what is going to happen. So they quickly said that they didn't do anything like that. They didn't value the currency. But to watch them in the next few months, the truth will eventually come out, and Nigerians will see where we are headed. Yeah, because the devaluation, according to the report by Daily Trust, came 24 hours after the dollar had sold for 461 naira, 6 kobo, at the importers and exporters window on Tuesday. Of course, CBN says it's a fake news, and I told you, watch it. You will soon discover that they are speaking from both sides of the mouth. Now, Tinubu had declared that his government decision to unify the exchange rate in Nigeria was also to make sure that there is only one window to stabilize the economy and all that. But from the way it's being carried out now, because it's believed that that's directive, because Daily Trust report came out on Wednesday after the president had a meeting with the CBN governor. Okay, so there are strong indications that unifying the exchange rate was part of the agenda of that meeting, but they have denied it. But it has also been noted by many Nigerians that this idea of unifying the currency, creating only one window exchange rate, was an idea that came from Peter Obi. And you can't blame Nigerians to believe so, because Tinubu was hiding and his mind that they never spoke to Nigerians on how they are going to turn around the economy. You can hardly point out any place where he participated in any of the debates where he talked about the exchange rate. Okay, except for the town hall RNG meetings that they held in parts of the country. And if he had said it how he was going to do it, perhaps they should bring it out. But the worst out there is that they copied from Peter Obi on this issue of the unification of the exchange rate of the naira. Now, many Nigerians have also reacted to using Peter Obi to justify his bungled fuel subsidy removal without consultation. Okay? Because the APC, after Bayo Onanuga and co, we are sharing this thing everywhere on social media to justify the removal of the subsidy by Tinubu without consultation with major stakeholders in Nigeria. One Christopher Ogbonna, in reply to Onanuga, wrote, he replied on Onanuga's Twitter handle, he replied on Onanuga in his own write-up to Onanuga. In reply to Onanuga, he said, Ebo, your man won an election. He is now the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, at least pending election petition tribunal outcome. And you are trying to validate a policy decision the president took with a campaign promise made by the man who came third. That's the question he asked him. Then another Nigerian, Endo, wrote to Bayo Onanuga. He said, peterobi is your worst nightmare. Why didn't you quote Atiku? And why peterobi? Nigerians know who they voted, and who won the election. If you like, spin, distort, or manipulate peterobi's statement, it will not stop us reclaiming our mandates. Olomo wrote, are you guys colos or what? You guys have failed so much that you now make reference to Obi as the standard that he is. For your information, no one is crying about subsidy removal, but the manner in which it was done. No policy measures or palliatives was in place, not even a 3 months notice. And one Kendo wrote to Bayo Onanuga. Peter also said he will fight corruption and dismantle the structure of criminality. Since you like to copy his manifesto, how come you are not copying that too? Is Tinubu allergic to fighting corruption? And he then asked another question I don't want to read on air for obvious reason. I left that aspect because there was something he said about Tinubu that I don't want to read out. So then you have DGO who wrote, they mocked peterobi for giving statistics and breakdown. Share a statistic we go chop, but are quick to use his analogy to defend their actions. This is shameless. This is shameless copying Sha. So you can see that their intention of using peterobi to market their disastrous removal of fuel subsidy without consultation is backfiring. Because when I go through this, what I just read out is just a few reactions from Nigerians. When I went through the bulk of the reaction, they were all negative against them because they were trying to use peterobi and say that peterobi supported the removal of subsidy. Therefore, nobody should complain. But people really reply them. And I will not be surprised if Bayo Onanuga will take down that his Twitter handle where he posted that stuff. He may take it down, but already we have it. Okay, we can even decide to put it on the screen of this video so that everybody will see it. They can't deny the fact that they said it. He put it out there, and many of them are sharing it, and many of them are using it as an example to justify, as what Bola Ahmed Tinubu, removing the subsidy on day one, since peterobi said that that's what he's going to do on his day one on the job. But of course, like everything that you copy, that is not you that generated it, you are not likely to copy correctly. Okay, you just ask any student who like to giraffe in an examination hall, he's not likely to get the whole thing that the person sitting next to him had written. Okay, that is exactly what had happened. They have bungled the whole subsidy removal process because they have no plans in place. And now you can see that Nigerians are tracking. Nigerians are paying more over 300% increase in transportation. And this is having multiplier effect on cost of goods and services. And that is why Nigerian Labour Congress, the Trade Union Congress, have vowed that they will not take it, and they have given an ultimatum to the federal government. And I can tell you for free, if federal government did not go back to the status quo ante, this country will be shut down, because that is not a way to remove subsidy. The way to remove subsidy is the pathway that Peter Obi had led, which they wanted to copy, but they copied badly. Now, that's why we'll stop this video right now. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like this video, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.